Ballyhoo, ballyhoo, the Passion Project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson. I'm a linguist, author, and have chosen my heroes well. And this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and a study in dubious characters as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern-day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with Fish and Chip Paper from Trust, released in 1981. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello. Up-tempo with a charming refrain, Fish and Chip Paper catches the listener off guard as it runs down a rogue's gallery of nefarious characters in what seems to be high-rent places. When Sunday morning dandruff turns out to be confetti, and the cost of living in sin would make a poor man out of Paul Getty, the girl of your dreams would have you up on an underage charge, and the man of the moment is a lifer at large. Even though the news is good and it's only confetti, the first line of this first verse links Fish and Chip Paper with two other trust pieces with similar unpolite mentions of the downside of the human condition. Sunday morning dandruff joins New Lace Sleeves' declaration that good manners and bad breath will get you nowhere. And of course, from the rowdiest but slightest Luxembourg, there is a catchy observation that you're worried about her body, she's worrying about her bodily odor. That's a total of 3 pieces, roughly 20% of the entire Trust album dares to broach an unsavory yet universal topic. At least not that I know of, this motif is not repeated in any other Elvis Costello lyrics on any other album, but if I'm mistaken, please let me know. The rhyming pair of confetti and Getty swoop in nicely at the end of the alliterative and popping poor man out of Paul Getty. It takes us into the next line with a deceptive lilt in its step, finishing an excellent rhyming pair, charge and at large. This first verse is poetically obedient, staying within the lines of an AABB structure as it gets down in the dirt with those who populate this cheery sounding story. If you've got something to hide, if you've got something to sell, if you've got somebody's bride, she might kiss and tell, or wind up with a fight fan in the Hammersmith Hotel. You better speak up now if you want your peace. You better speak up now. It won't mean a thing later. Yesterday's news is tomorrow's fish and chip paper. Now, as for the terms I'd always consider to be British slang, the terms fight fan and Hammersmith Hotel don't seem to be established idioms as far as I can tell. A fight fan, is that akin to a hooligan? The Hammersmith Hotel, I'd always assumed it was slang for the drunk tank in a rough part of town. Mr. Google tells me, though, it's situated between Shepherd's Bush and Kensington and is considered to be one of the safest residential areas of London. So I'm left wondering what exactly is happening in the Hammersmith Hotel. Nothing good, I hope. The last line in this chorus, yesterday's news is tomorrow's fish and chip paper, makes no bones of what will become of us all. The notion, way back in 1981 no less, that there is a short lifespan to what is considered news is a reminder of just how many keen observations Mr. Costello peppers his poetry with. These days, he writes, reading her column was essential, Hetty O'Hara confidential. That's from the song of the same name. And now, everyone has a megaphone. The girl says she's leaving, and this time she really means it. You can just look at the pictures, you don't actually have to read it. There's a man in the launderette who's looking through your underwear for clues, and the milkman is working for the news of the screws. There's a beautiful symmetry, if that's the word for it, about the mention of the World newspaper, of which News of the Screws was a moniker many knew it by. It's a term that was given to the British newspaper on account of its proclivity towards sex scandals. When the World closed down in 2011 due to its despicable hacking scandal, its last front page read, "Thank you and goodbye." Other newspapers ran their own front page opinion regarding this milestone. One read, "Paper that died of shame," another, "Hacked to death." And the Daily Telegraph's familiar refrain to any Elvis Costello fan was, "Goodbye, cruel world." He says, if you've got something to hide, if you've got something to sell, if you've got somebody's bride she might kiss and tell, or wind up with a fight fan in the Hammersmith Hotel, you better speak up now if you want your peace. You better speak up now. It won't mean a thing later. Yesterday's news is tomorrow's fish and chip paper. It's remarkable that, even though fish and chip paper is 28 seconds longer than Luxembourg serves up 4 fiery verses, whereas fish and chip paper only relies on 2 verses. Is there another piece of his that relies on only 2 verses? I can't think of any. Or it might just be that it is hardly noticeable that there are only 2 verses. It's a testament to a singular poetic prowess that is able to make each piece feel complete and wholly satisfying. Dig it! Again, this has been a slow drag with Fish and Chip Paper from 1981's Trust. It's said that the entire album was a bit drug and drink fueled. Perhaps I'm naive, but I don't care and don't particularly notice much difference between, say, this and any other number of barn burners from My Aim is True, for example. I'm not angry, Less Than Zero, and No Dancing come to mind. Fish and Chip Paper is a delicious alliterative feast that details all of its undesirables in a sing-songy way that makes the story seem so much more cheery than it might be. After all, isn't that part of the charm of an Elvis Costello piece? It's pieces like this that I think have paved the way for future discordant anthems such as The Other Side of Summer. It's just genius. And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. Thank you for listening. Other gems from Trust that I've had the thrill of doing a slow drag with are episode 18, Rowdiest but Slightest. It's a slow drag with the aforementioned Luxembourg. Episode 41, Money's Gone Already. It's a slow drag with the incomparable Clubland. And episode 54, You're So Tough. It's a slow drag with Watch Your Step. Give them a re-listen to. I think you'll really enjoy them. My first book, The Most Terrible Time in My Life, ends Thursday, is starting to get some real attention. Check it out on Amazon. It's an e-book and paperback versions. Give it a read and review it and spread the word. I'm well into my second book now and would love even more attention for this wonderful little book. The link is in the show notes, or you can search for The Most Terrible Time in My Life Ends Thursday. You can find me on social media. On Instagram, simply search for my name, Remedy Robinson, or search for the name of my podcast, Slow Drag with Remedy. I'm also on Twitter at Slow Drag Remedy. Give me a follow. Say hello. I follow back. Also, please visit slowdragwithremedy.com for companion blogs, transcripts of each episode, and other useful information. Please please take the time to give this podcast a 5-star rating, especially on Apple Podcasts. As always, thank you so much for helping to get the word out about this little passion project. Truly, it means the world. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with remedy.